Hello and welcome. In this video, I'll show you how to configure Remote Access VPN on Palo Alto Firewall. First, we need to configure the user. We don't have any. Okay, let's create test1, password test1. It can be any, but be sure that confirmation password should match the original password, just in case. Okay, so now after that we need to select authentication profile. As we don't have any, we need to create one. Let's call it, we'll use local database, and we'll use all the users available in local database. Next step, we need to go to networks and interfaces, and here we need to configure tunnel. Let's call it tunnel 1. Virtual router default, and security zone. Let's for the test use trust L3, but actually I prefer to configure a separate VPN zone for remote access users, so then you'll be able to specify access rules for the users which are coming from VPN. So also it depends on your security policy, because sometimes you need to configure remote access users to have the same rules as your local users have. So actually this is the same example. Okay, so we don't need any IP address on this interface. Okay, we have VPN tunnel, and now we are going to configure GlobalProtect properties. GlobalProtect, as you can see, has portal, gateways, and MDM. Starting from MDM. MDM is a mobile device management. We'll not use it in this video. It's for monitoring and management. So it's for integration with mobile device management solutions. We don't have any, so we'll not use it at this moment in this video. Maybe later. Portals and gateways. VPN users, they connect to portal, and portal provides all the information for the VPN users about available gateways, how to connect, and the list of the gateways. And the gateways, actually the VPN gateways to which the user connects. And if we have many VPN gateways, the user connects simultaneously to all of them, and from which one it receives the reply first. So to that VPN gateway the user will be connected. Of course there are ways to specify priorities, but that is the main rule. So now we're going to gateways. Let's start from there. Then gateways. Okay, we add a gateway. Okay, let's call it Remote Access VPN Gateway. Interface, external interface of the firewall is Ethernet 1/1. IP address is the IP address on that interface. Server certificate here. Because SSL VPN uses certificates, so we need to import or generate self-signed certificate. In this scenario, we don't have signed certificates, so we'll generate one. Test, and here you can put IP address or FQDN of the firewall. Let's use IP address in this example, and that's this. It doesn't like test1, 2, yeah, test1. Okay, generate. Okay, now we can choose that generated certificate. Easy. Authentication profile. Here we use that authentication profile with all local users which we have created. Going to client configuration. Actually, I suppose that it would be better to call it gateway configuration rather than client. Okay, we'll choose tunnel mode, and we choose which tunnel interface we are going to use, which, remember, that assigned to zone, and virtual router. Network settings. We can specify DNS, or we can inherit from any interfaces, but nothing here. Okay, so let's call it this way. After that, we need to specify IP pool for the remote users, 192.168.255. Let's say 2 to 192.168.255.200. Now it's 25 users maximum on this platform. Let's say 20. That's okay. Okay. Access route. So here we can specify to which networks we should encrypt the traffic. So we call it 192.168.2.0/24. It's like a proxy ID. Okay. This part is ready. So now we're going to portals. Configuring one. And GlobalProtect portal 1. Interface, we use the same interface as a net1/1, IP address the same. Client certificate, we'll use the same certificate. Authentication profile, use the same. Okay, so there's no client certificates, certificate profiles. So going to client configuration. Sorry, this one should be called as gateway configuration, not client, because here we add actually gateway VPN gateway 1. Here we add gateway, let's say gateway 1 10.1.1.110. Okay, so connect method. There are several ways to how users will connect to the VPN. So on demand, so user manually chooses when the user wants to connect to the VPN, or user log on, so when it's always logged on when the user connected, and pre-log on, so it's always on as well, but the difference is that the user has a VPN connection even before the user logged into the system. So for the example, we'll choose on demand. So name, connection method, and now we're going to gateways. We add gateway, and that's all we need to do. Okay, so after that, the user needs to connect to another system. Sorry. HTTPS. Of course, we need to commit the change. It's the first step for the troubleshooting all the time. And that's why I always tell, don't forget to commit. Okay, so there is a warning, Zone Trust L3 does not have enable user identification turned on the GlobalProtect gateway. That's okay, we can add it, but it's not required for this example. Now we're going to another system here. Okay, so now I understand the risks, add exception, confirm security exception, user test1, password test1. Okay, so now as you can see, the GlobalProtect supports Windows 32, Windows 64, and Mac. I don't have like for testing this system, so I'll show you the VPN from my host system. As you can see it here. So when you download it and install, you'll have this client. So here you need to configure username, password, and here's the portal IP address. And after that, continue. So, status connected. Okay, let's go back to the console, and we can see here remote users. As you can see, it's connected and IP address assigned 192.168.255.2. Let's see. .2.100. I can ping it over the VPN. Now we're going to disconnect it. Thank you for your time, thank you for viewing, and all the best with Palo Alto Firewall.